Blog 83, Crystal Clear Alternatives. In this blog, we're going to show you some InsMark presentations that simplify what's happening with the carrier proposals, and you can really use these on almost any client presentation. So at InsMark, we do a lot of very sophisticated planning and sales presentations, but in this blog, we're going to focus on those InsMark presentations you can literally use with every client. So let's spend a second and talk a little bit about this case. Here we have Laura Lake Johnson. She's 35 years old. She's an established painter. She does seascapes and oil watercolor. And as a self-employed artist, she's entirely responsible for her own retirement planning. Now, in addition to Laura, she also has a 4-year-old daughter, Caroline. So in this particular case, we're going to look at a policy with a $1 million death benefit with a 5-pay premium of $22,700. And then we're going to see the retirement income that can generate at Laura's age 65. So the first thing we want to show is our most basic illustration presentation, which is called Illustration of Values. And here you can see the graph from Illustration of Values. And you can see there's a cumulative 5-pay premium. Here's the death benefit starting at $1 million. You have your cash value and then your retirement income. Now I'm going to move away from the blog and go over to the Illustration of Values presentation so you can see this a little more closely. So this is the actual Illustration of Values presentation that's available in the InsMark Illustration System software program. So as you can see, the first page is the cover sheet, which you can pick different photos and pictures to kind of start off the presentation. And then this next page is a preface, and here you can see that same graph that we looked at before. Again, we have a 5-pay $22,700 premium, adding up to a total of $113,000 of cumulative premium paid in the policy. Here we have our death benefit starting at $1 million. Our cash value is the blue line, and then starting out when she's age 65, we start taking tax-free retirement income out of the policy, a total of $1,472,000 through her retirement years. Now, if we continue, you can see we also show the numbers presentations. And again, we're showing the current values of the policy, and any InsMark presentation should go with your carrier proposals that show your guaranteed rates and also your compliance information. So this is to be used in conjunction with that. Now here, this is really a nice simplified proposal showing the actual numbers. Here you can see the 5-pay premium of $22,753. Here's the cash value growing in the first 30 years of the buildup of the policy. Here's the $1 million death benefit. That takes her out to age 64. Now we go to the next page, and here's the retirement page. So here we have starting at age 65, we have her taking out $52,000 a year, increasing, and here you can see how the cash value continues and the death benefit continues on out to her age 84. And here's a graph, kind of an interesting graph that's part of the Illustration of Values module that shows here's your death benefit rate of return and your cash value rate of return on a pre-tax basis over time. So I'm going to go back to the blog now. Now we've seen the Illustration of Values presentation. I'm going back to the blog. And what I want to talk to you now is, this is a different presentation in the InsMark system, but it looks at the policy a little bit differently, and some of you may prefer this to the Illustration of Values. This is a presentation that we call Life Plan. And so here you can see with Life Plan, what we do is we look at the policy and we graphically show what's happening in the pre-retirement years and then the post-retirement years. So in this particular case, we have the $113,000 of cumulative premium. The cash value grows to $615,000 up to her age 65. The $1 million death benefit we talked about before. Then in the post-retirement, that will generate $1.4 million of tax-free retirement income based on withdrawals basis and then loans. And then here, out at her age 84, we still have $401,000 in cash value and $543,000 in death benefit. So Life Plan is a different way of sort of summarizing the pre-retirement and post-retirement benefits of the policy. And again, the Life Plan presentation is one of about 30 different sales presentations in the InsMark illustration system. Now, what's going to happen when you show clients this is they're going to ask, well, you know, if I had that $22,000 and I put it in something else, you know, would that be better than putting it in the cash value life insurance policy? And so the next presentation that we have is something we call various financial alternatives. And again, I'm going to move from the blog and go over to the actual various financial alternatives presentation. And again, here you can have a cover page if you want, you don't have to. And then this is the first page of the various financial alternatives presentation. Here you can see cumulative payments, $113,000 over 5 years. And then here's what's happening with the cash value policy. As you can see, the death benefit starts at $1 million, you have your cash value, the green line, and then your after-tax retirement income starting at age 30 when she's 65 all the way out through retirement is a total tax-free distribution of $1,472,000. Now, with various financial alternatives, you can compare to up to 4 different alternative investments. In this particular case, we compared to 3. We compared to any taxable investment, tax-deferred account, and an equity account. And as you can see, on those 3, when we tried to take income out of those, instead of $1.4 million, they were at $900,000, $700,000, and $520,000. So let's get to the numbers page and see if we can figure out what's going on here. Here's the $22,753 going in over 5 years. Here's your any taxable investment. And again, we ran all these with assumptions of a 7.5% interest rate, the investment alternatives, and also the cash value life insurance policy. You may be more comfortable running lower interest rates or higher interest rates. We have different management fees, different tax brackets. You're going to want to use your own assumptions that you're comfortable with based on your client's tolerance for risk, the type of insurance policies they're interested in, and the alternative investments they're interested in. Every client is going to be different, and you're going to want to review that very carefully with your client and their advisors. In this case, we kept everybody at 7.5%, and we wanted to see how that turned out. So again, with this 5-pay premium, any taxable investment out 30 years grew to $432,000. Here's our tax-deferred account. Again, this would be the tax deferred, and then in each year, if you took the money out and had to pay the tax, here we have $602,000. Here's your equity account growing to $656,000. Cash value policies at $615,000. So by year 30, everybody's still in the race. Now let's look at the retirement income years starting in year 31. And this is where the cash value policy really shines because of the tax laws that give us the ability to take out withdrawals to basis, FIFO, and then tax-free loans thereafter. So here we have the $52,000 a year coming out, going up. And take a look at this. Any taxable investment, we tried to take the same income out, it ran out of money at age 73. Here's your tax-deferred account, ran out of money at age 77. Here's your equity account, ran out of money at age 76. The life insurance policy continues out all the way to age 84, from her age 65 to 84, still has cash value and death benefits even out there at the end. So here's a matching values report on the various financial alternatives, which shows the pre-tax equivalent interest rate that these alternative investments would have had to earn to match the values in the cash value policy. Here, 11.4%, 8.63 for the tax deferred, and 8.17 for the equity account. Okay, I'm going to go back to the blog, and I'm going to show you one more INSMARC presentation in the INSMARC illustration system, and then we'll be done. So we just looked at various financial alternatives, where you can show up to 4 different investments against the cash value policy. Now this last one I'm going to show you is where you want to compare just to one other investment rather than 2 or 3 or 4. And for some clients and some of our users of our software, they prefer this. It's a little bit simpler. Just depends on your situation. So again, I'm going to jump over there to we call this the other investments versus your policy presentation. A little bit simpler than various financial alternatives, but for some client situations, this is a better option. So here on your various financial alternatives, again, here we have our summary. You've seen this before, cumulative payments. Here's the cash value policies, $1.4 million of income against, and then over here you have the any taxable investment. You can see that in this particular case, the alternative investment can only pay out $520,000 of tax-free income before it goes to 0. Here's our numbers pages. Again, very similar to various financial alternatives, but we're only comparing to one alternative investment. $22,000 premium grows to $432,000 by year 30. We're at $615,000. And then as we look at the starting in retirement, year 31, this alternative investment, growing at 7.5% yield, same as our cash value policy, runs out of gas at age 73. Cash value policy continues strong all the way out to age 84. So I'll go back to the blog. So that is a quick summary of blog number 83, Crystal Clear Alternatives. And remember, this video you're watching is blog number 83 video summary. That's what you're watching right now. You'll want to watch, if you haven't watched it, you'll want to watch the Getting Started with Innsmark, which tells you how to come over from the carrier and bring the carrier's numbers over to the Innsmark system. Very crucial to being able to run the software quickly and efficiently. And then the last video, Presentation Keystrokes, is going to show you, once you get to the Innsmark main menu, it will show you every keystroke you need to enter in to recreate the presentations I've shown you in this video. The illustration of values, life plan, various financial alternatives, and other investments versus your policy. Good luck and good selling.